So let's jump right in with episode 6 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It starts with Mendeecees and Yandy going to couples therapy. I don't know anything about those couples therapists, but I do think it's a fantastic thing when couples go to couples, to married couples, to figure out like, how do I, solve these problems in our marriage? Because every marriage at some point is going to have problems that might feel unsolvable, but that if you give it time and attention can heal and improve the relationship overall. Now, because I haven't watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in a long time, I'm unaware of all the issues that Yandy and Mendeecees have beyond him being imprisoned and then released from prison. But I would imagine that one of the big core issues that they have is about power and control. And when Yandy was, out and he was in prison, she was making all of these decisions without him. But now they're married and they are trying to figure out like life together, like going in the same direction. So she still is making decisions without him. I don't think this is just about, like in any relationship, what y'all are arguing about is rarely what the argument really is about. I don't think this is an argument about you decided to give your eggs, even though I didn't think it was a good idea. That on the surface is something that is important for them to discuss. But I think at the end of the day, this respect that he's talking about, there's a book about how men want respect and women want love. And there's a point about men and respect, but I wonder if Mendeecees wants compliance and not respect. Because if we have an issue of, it's not even an issue, but if we're faced with the dilemma of, I would like to donate my eggs to my sister, and you don't want me to donate my eggs to my sister, like who gets to make the final decision? A lot of times in marriages, especially the Christian or one of the religious ideals is men are the head, men have the final say. You do what your husband says to do. You all discuss it. He takes your opinion into consideration, but he has the final say. In 2024, I don't think a lot of marriages work like that. I think it's a back and forth on this issue. I might have more information about it, so I'll have the final say on that issue. You know more about it, or your perspective is more helpful, so we'll go with what you say on it. It's this back and forth that people do, so the power dynamic is balanced. It's not one person has the final say on everything and the other person is just subservient to them and does whatever they say to do. I just wonder if Mendeecees wants Yandy to do what he says versus consider that this is an extremely important decision for her to make. It is her body and she can decide what she wants to do with her eggs, even though, yes, you all are one and you all are in this marriage together. But if this is really, really important to her, why would you be so against it? Like, why is your personal opinion and your emotions clouding everything about how important this is to her and why she would want to do it, even though you don't think it's a good idea? What about just supporting her in making this decision that she finds so important to do? That's my perspective on it. I wonder about some other things about their marriage because I thought it was odd that they kept saying it's Mendeecees' big day. It's a big day for Mendeecees when it's little Mendeecees' graduation. And I'm about to have my son graduate from high school, and it is a big deal. But on the day of his graduation, I don't expect people to just tell me about how great it is for me and how much of a big deal it is for me. Unless they did all of that off camera to Lil Mendeecees and they, gave him all his praise and accolades. Like, this is his day, actually, right? It's his hard work throughout his 4 years of high school that got him to graduating. And yes, parents play a big role, but something about that was odd. Something about the hug was also odd. I don't know if it was like, this is a hug for TV, or we don't usually show affection, so just doing it for these big moments feels awkward, or if it's just like normal teenager, all of this is fake, big pomp and circumstance. Y'all wouldn't even be together in this one place if it wasn't for the cameras. I don't know. But something definitely was off in that interaction with his graduation. Now let's go back to Yandy and the therapy session. I think it's great that they have homework, that they have to write things about each other. I think it would be more helpful for them to look at each other when they're reading their assignments to each other, expressing their love and appreciation. Yandy crying at the beginning definitely felt odd to me. I'm like, girl, why you crying? What are the tears for? That's one of the questions I usually ask my clients. Like, what if your tears could talk, what would they say? What do you think the tears represent? What does this mean? And maybe they did all of that and they just didn't show it on, in the snippet that we get of their therapy session. So there's that. And then there was what Mendeecees said. The word, if we just took the words of it, did Mendeecees say something? Did he, I'm thankful that you support me and you help me grow? Thanks. I feel like I would want a little bit more, a little bit more from my partner than thank you for supporting me and helping me grow. Okay. I don't understand how Yandy walked away from that therapy session feeling like she's the problem, or she's to blame for something. Is this because of her fixation with social media and like she needs to spend less time focused on what other people think? I definitely think she and probably everyone on this show is fixated on what everyone else thinks. They want things to look a certain way. They want to be perceived a certain way. Whether that's the truth or not, that's what they would like. Her focusing on what people would say about him not wearing his ring. Her focusing on people asking them whether they're together or not. Instead of, right, the questions I think she should be asking more so are, what is it that you need from me to continue us growing together as one, as he's saying, in this relationship? I'm curious what he said when she asked him, well, are we together? Right? I don't know why they clipped out so much, because those people, I have no idea who they were, right? The couples therapist, but their energy seems pretty okay. So I feel like they probably could actually get some help. I don't get why Yandy walked away feeling like she's the bad person or that she's being blamed for something. Clearly, they left out some parts of that. Mendeecees saying you throw a rock and then, want to play the victim. What was the rock? Like, what are we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about. I want the relationship to get closer. I want us to be a unit. Mendeecees is saying the same thing. I want us to feel like we have a connection versus being separate and then out in public, being together. What is it that we need to do that is loving, the action word of love, to get there? And how long has this been going on? And why is there a disconnect? And then what's her name? Jasmine said there's a mistress somewhere. Like, what is really going on? I'm wondering if we're getting the actual of what's going on versus just the top layer of there is a disconnect, but we have no idea what it really is about. Because I don't think it's about the eggs. I think the next biggest story is about Zell and this random girl. But I do want to say, Bambi's confessional look is driving me crazy. I don't know who styled her. I like the eyes, right? And the hair. It stops there. Who said? What? Were they just freshly done? I don't. It's odd. Anyway, something about the Zell story doesn't make sense, but that is the theme of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. There are things I feel like we're missing that don't make sense. There are things that feel very produced. And storylines or the storytelling of it just doesn't sound real, or like half truths or something. So apparently, I don't believe this though. Apparently, Zell met a girl in Mexico, and I feel like this is the part they're making up. Like, to me, Zell was dating, I'm making this all up. Zell was dating a woman in Atlanta, and she happened to be in Mexico, but they've known each other for some time. They have sex sometimes. When they get to Mexico, because now they're on vacation, they're not vacationing together, but because they see each other on vacation, it's the vacation vibes. And so they decide in a night of drunkenness, I'm imagining, that they are going to sleep together. And because, we're so comfortable with each other, we decide to do unprotected sex. Right? To me, that makes sense. We come back from vacation. She happens to live in Atlanta. No, I think he knows her from Atlanta. And now I'm thinking she might be pregnant. I don't think she's pregnant at all. I think it's all made up. Okay, but happens to be pregnant. You tell me, I'm going to guess this woman is 28-ish. He's 35. Let's say she's somewhere between like 26 and 34. She is saying that she wants to get married. If this is a stranger that you met in Mexico, why on your first month of meeting, whatever, you would be bringing up marriage? See, that don't make any sense. What 28-year-old is saying I want to be married, but is having unprotected sex with strangers? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think he knew her, and I don't think there's any pregnancy. So they're hinting at she doesn't know if she's gonna keep the baby or not. Even though I don't know if he's a good actor or is this really real? You think she's pregnant? Why would she have this baby? Why would she have this baby? She already has one or two, who knows? She already has a child. Doesn't want to have another child out of wedlock, but she's having unprotected sex. I don't believe it. Okay. I just don't believe it. I think I just don't believe it. It's hard to really consider she met him in Mexico. And then when they got back, they kept having sex. And then now she's pregnant. But now she doesn't know if she wants to keep it because she sounds like one of those women who called into Kevin Samuel's show talking about, I need a guy with 6 figures. I don't doubt that Zell makes good money. But when you make money, your God, like your leader, you are bound to have all these other problems that you didn't consider because you're so focused on money. Although she hasn't said anything about money, but when you look at Zell in the pool, the man looks like he has some money, right? And that I'm guessing he was wearing all the rings and the expensive looking chain when she met him. I'm just saying. I also, as a heterosexual woman, if you're not a bisexual woman, I'm not sure I would encourage in Atlanta to date a man. I mean, if he's telling, I don't want to sound like Molly from Insecure, right? Because I think it's perfectly fine to be whatever you are. But if he's having unprotected sex with you, he's probably having unprotected sex with other people, men included. And her saying, I don't care about your past. He said, I have and I do date guys. I have and I do date guys. This is not his past. This is his past, present, and future. He also doesn't want to get married. We're just pretending this is real. He also doesn't want to get married. So, what are you even doing? How is this even? It's not real. It just can't be real. But strange. But I don't believe in gaydar, right? I don't think you can tell when people are gay or not. And in Zell's case, I think the title, even though he might not identify as it, but maybe the title bisexual mostly applies to him. What's the other one? Pansexual, right? That's like covers everything. I've now done this thing where I'm like, if you saw a dick, how would you respond? I'm just guessing. I don't know. The only way to know is to ask these people. But if you saw a dick, how would you be offended? Right? Would you respond like me? Because I'm strictly dickly? Would you be like, that's interesting? Or would you be like, oh, gross? I don't know. I'm not. There's no way. I want to get married. Like, for real. I want to get married. Do you think I'm meeting strange men in Mexico? I was just in Mexico. You think I met a strange man in Mexico and gave it up? You've got to be kidding me. I'm a wife. You're a wife before you get married. Get out of here. Get out. I don't believe it. Okay, moving on. You know, I didn't even take notes on Jasmine, the bachelorette party. I wrote, Carly Red wanted some of that action. She only pretending because the cameras are there. She was looking and she was like, I wish I could just dip my toe in that. But she was engaged and my man wouldn't like that. So I'm not doing it. Okay, girl, do what you gotta do. I don't understand why Jasmine has so many scenes in this season of Love and Hip Hop. In what world does the side chick frequent the spaces of the main chick? Right? They might meet and then clash, but this is like so much overlap. Is this because of the dancing world? Girl, I don't know, but I don't like it. I can feel the energy of Yandy wanting to protect her friend, right? I feel it. I would just leave. I wouldn't even engage. Okay, so last time I reviewed, I'm like, why is Jasmine still talking about this? I definitely would have not shared with Carly, but Carly did ask. Like, Carly pulled me away, separated me. I know we all filming this show, so this is what I'm supposed to talk about. This is my storyline. So I'm gonna say it here. Because she could have done like with Erica and not said it. She could have just not said it. Oh, why are we still talking about it? So she says it. Yandy is so upset because all of these women are closely associated with betrayal and trauma and infidelity. So I get it. She's offended for her friend. She wants to, help direct it in a way. Like, you should be talking to Rashida. Like, this should be a conversation you have with Rashida. Something happened with the kid. Something happened that's got me thinking. I don't remember what it is. That got me thinking that maybe Jasmine is not that great of a mom. Is this real? Tell me if I'm making this up. There was something about her dropping the kid off. No, the kid was being dropped off, but she was sleeping. The kid wasn't home yet or got locked out of the house. There's something going on with Jasmine and her son that doesn't make sense. That doesn't sound like she's like locked in. Like she understands what's best for the child. I could be making this up, but I'm just wondering what does she think this is going to solve? What does she think she's going to get from talking about this? What is it that she really wants? Does she want their son to spend more time with Kirk at the house? She sounds like she's complaining that it's only once every 3 months when they're supposed to be together every, third week. I'm not sure this is the way to get it though. I'm not sure. And if she never, I don't know, what happened? Why did they meet for the first time? He lied on her, but I thought he only lied on her after she brought up that he wanted to sleep with her. What is the timeline of events? Because her saying, if you lie on me, I'm going to tell the truth. But you had already told your truth. He didn't try to defend himself until after. So I don't get it. I don't want to hear any more about it. After the next episode, I don't want to hear anything else about Kirk, Rashida, and Jasmine. I don't care. What is there even to care about? I don't care. Kirk is a cheater. Okay. You still want to be married to him, Rashida? Okay. I don't have no problem with that. What? Who cares? We all know he's a cheater. There's a baby to prove it. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, I don't care. But we'll see what happens next week. We'll see what happens. I don't know. What difference is... Was that it for the episode? Oh, the preview of Saucy Santana, Zell, and the baby mama reveal. Bro, who has a baby mama reveal? Okay, make it make sense. There's no reason to tell Saucy. You want to invite somebody that has you blocked on everything. Make it make sense. Why is that even a conversation? No, you don't owe anything to Saucy. He don't even want to talk to you. He doesn't care. So him then throwing the pregnancy test, he doesn't care. Why would I even meet with this person who the last time we had a conversation in the last episode told me they don't even walked away from me? Bro. It don't make any sense. What does make sense is that this is a TV show and half the stuff is made up. That's what makes sense. Okay. Let me know what you think in the comments. Who's telling the truth? Who's making up what? All the things. Is there something to learn here? Help me see it. Okay? Give this video a like. Don't like this video. Don't even share this video. No. Okay. So I want you to share this video. I'm talking sense, right? What I'm saying makes sense. Okay. Share this video and subscribe to my channel for the rest of this season of reviews on love and hip hop, and for other videos about how you can heal from trauma and toxic relationships. Okay, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you watching this. Thank you.